then though.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Mr. Fikens.
Good morning, Mr. Reed.
Do you have any A's?
I do not see any people whose last name begins with the letter A's. A.
Okay.
I'm ready. You're up. All right. Good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving today as your presiding judge. You are in my courtroom for one of three reasons. Either you are a part of specialty court, you are getting processed for specialty court, or your last name begins with the letter A. If you do not fall into one of those categories, please hang up and call the courtroom clerk, Ms. Mack. You can do so by dialing area code 313-965-2280. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Ms. Wilson. That number now appears in the chat. If you do not have your name on your device, please place your name. If you have the ability to do so, place your name on your device. We need to know who you are so that we can make sure that we have you in the right place. On this morning, I should be dealing predominantly with the specialty court on this morning. And so I am going to ask each of you on today to make sure that your device is muted. Please make sure that it is muted until I call your case. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then I'm also going to ask you on this morning to make sure that you are prepared to tell me something, whether or not you've learned something since the last time I've seen you and what you have learned. I want you to be able to help someone in the courtroom, whether it's about your journey, whether it's about life, whether it's about anything. But you should always, the purpose of the exercise is to make sure you keep your eyes wide open, that you're attentive to life that's going on around you. And especially when you're not using substances, maybe you learn something that you've been seeing and you just never even noticed that it existed. So make sure you're prepared to tell me that on this morning. Many of you I have not seen. 2022 was off to a rough start with COVID and death and all kinds of things. So I am glad to see some of you on this morning. Mr. Todd, I haven't seen you in a while. Wrote your name down the other day. Where is Marquell? And so I'm glad to see your smiling face on this morning. And so we are going to get started. First, I will start with having the attorneys place their appearance on the record. And then you can let me know if there are any preliminary matters that I need to address. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Good morning to you, and your motion is granted.
And good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Drug Treatment Court Defense Counsel. I too would make a similar motion.
All right, thank you, and good morning, Mr. Fikens. Your motion is granted. I'm now going to have the case managers place your appearance on the record. Ms. Cleveland, you are up first.
Good morning, Your Honor. I hope you can hear me.
I can.
Thank you. Toshi Cleveland, case manager for 36th District Court, Sobriety Court.
All right, good morning, Ms. Cleveland. And then I see Mr. Griffin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Drug Court Case Manager on behalf of the Probation Department.
Good morning, Mr. Griffin. Mr. Yancey?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Sobriety Court this morning.
All right, good morning, Mr. Yancey. And then good morning to the staff in the courtroom. I appreciate you all also showing up for service. We are ready to get started. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, case managers, are there any preliminary matters?
Not as of yet, Your Honor.
No? All right, then we are going to get started. I have up first Ashton Gordon. Mr. Gordon, please unmute for me.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Gordon.
How are we doing this morning? Good morning.
I am doing well, thank you. How are you doing this morning?
I'm all right, you know. I'm all right. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Sorry about that. You know, I'm just getting used to my new job schedule. So I've been working 3 different schedules, going through training right now. So
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
All right. Are they paying you for that training?
Yeah, of course. Yes, ma'am. That's
Oh, all right. I was gonna feel sorry for you until I heard you was getting some money. So I don't know, Mr. Gordon. Come on now.
Don't tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody. You sound like me. Don't tell it. Don't tell it. Listen, Mr. Gordon, it's good to see you on this morning. I hope that training is going well.
It is. It is. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you still excited about the new opportunity?
Yes, I am. I'm even more excited as I've gotten more hands-on in the process. So it's been going very well.
All right, wonderful, very good. I'm looking for Mr. Gordon's case on my docket. I know that here he is. He's a transfer case. I have case number 2021 SD 0028. Mr. Gordon, state your full name for me.
Ashton Julian Gordon.
All right, Mr. Gordon, how the babies doing?
They're good. They're doing really well. My youngest gets here later, and then my oldest, hopefully, I'm gonna have her up here for her birthday at the end of April. So we're gonna keep our
All
fingers.
right. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay, very good, very good. All right, Mr. Gordon, anything you're struggling with? Anything you need us to help you with?
As of right now, no, everything's been going very well. Anytime I have any questions or anything I need to get done, I reach out to Mr. Yancey as soon as possible, and I make sure that transparency and that level of communication always stays at a very high level.
All right, wonderful. I love it. I want to know what you've learned since the last time I've seen you.
One of the bigger things I've learned is just being able to reset and refocus like throughout the process. You know, every day isn't going to be a good day. Every day is not going to be a bad day. So it's about kind of keeping that middle ground and kind of making sure you're embracing the process and you're understanding what's going on around you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, reset, refocus. Every day is not going to be a good day, right?
Yes, ma'am. Every day is not going to be a good day. And that's just something I had to accept. You know, some days are hard, some days are really good, but you got to try to make yourself stay at that even keel.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that with the courtroom. And I hope that folks are attentive. I'm going to ask again to mute your devices. I hope that folks are being attentive because somebody's going to tell me what Ashton Gordon learned. And so let's make sure that we are staying focused and paying attention because that's what we're supposed to be doing when we're in court. All right, Mr. Yancey, anything additional you want to add as to Mr. Gordon?
Just that he's doing well. I just got a progress report Tuesday that he finished extended intensive outpatient treatment. When I say extended, I mean he had finished about 2 months ago, but he stayed in there for an extended period of time. So we're really happy with Mr. Gordon, and he's dealing with a recovery coach. So he's still plugged into the recovery process. Screenings are good. New job is going well. He's doing well.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Yancey. Give me 1 second. Ms. Mack, we need to make the
Ms. Abrams on the iPhone. I shall be going into a breakout room with you momentarily. Okay? We'll get together momentarily in a breakout room.
All right. All right. I apologize for that, Mr. Yancey. You all need to look out for a notification. We have an emergency situation going on, and I need to make sure you all are all placed on notice. Mr. Griffin, Mr. Yancey, I don't know, Ms. Cleveland was in on yesterday. All right, very good. And so, Mr. Yancey, no issues to report, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Gordon, any questions for the court this morning?
Not right now. Not right now. I remember we were talking about phase 2 last time, so I don't know where that stands.
Mr. Yancey, where does that stand?
You know what, Your Honor, we do want to recommend that he be promoted to phase 2. He's had a great 6 months regarding treatment and screening, Your Honor. So we want to promote him if possible today to phase 2.
All right, Ms. Gordon, you ready?
Yes, ma'am. I believe so. Through all the hard work, through all the lessons, through all the ups and downs, I think I am ready, going forward to move forward through this process. I'm very appreciative of the process, and I want to make sure I do everything that not only make you guys not regret the opportunity you gave me, but also make myself proud and changing my life rather than just looking at it as a way to avoid jail. It's about changing my life and getting my life back under control.
Yes, sir. All right, I believe you're ready as well. Any objection from anything from any of the other team members?
No objections, Judge. Congratulations.
All right, I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Ashton Gordon on his promotion to phase 2. Congratulations, Mr. Gordon. Congratulations to you. All right, Mr. Yancey, is Mr. Gordon in our 3-phase program or our 5-phase program?
Your Honor, he's in our three-phase program.
All right, wonderful. Then what's next for Mr. Gordon?
So, Your Honor, he would have a March 17th, 2022, 10:30 face-to-face with me.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Mr. Gordon?
Yes, ma'am. March 17th, face-to-face with Mr. Yancey at 10:30.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Gordon. Congratulations to you. And I won't see you for a while, but continue to work hard because I'll certainly be kept abreast of what's going on with you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, take care, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Your Honor, may I interrupt?
Yes, you may.
There's a young lady, Miss Abrams, who's on an iPhone. She's here for an arraignment at 8:30. And if I could be placed in a breakout room with the iPhone and myself, that's Miss Abrams.
Okay, yes. Miss Wilson, please do that. Mr. Griffin. Uh-oh. Mr. Yancey.
Your Honor, Judge Holmes.
No, you can't shout out in my courtroom. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Make sure you you can call the courtroom at 965-2280. Or you can send a message to Selena Wilson, who is the court reporter. Miss Wilson, I just saw your message. Mr. Griffin, I need you to call me in the courtroom, 2280.
Okay, here, okay.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna pick that up. That's Mr. Griffin. Mute me, please. All right, I'm ready on Mr. Pedrosa Alba. Ms. Hernandez, good morning to you. I'm going to swear you in first.
Okay, Your Honor, thank you. Thank you, you too.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for raising your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret the words as spoken by the parties in today's matter, that you will do so completely and accurately without any additions or deletions, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You may place your hand down, state your name and your qualifications for the record.
My name is Emma Hernandez, and I am a SCAO qualified Spanish interpreter, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Hernandez. I'm calling case number 160-575-4701 for Jose Pedrosa Alba. Mr. Pedrosa Alba, please state your name for the record.
Yo estoy llamando el caso 160-575-4701 del señor Pedrosa Alba. Señor Pedrosa Alba, por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en el acta. Tiene que abrir su micrófono.
José de Jesús Pedrosa Alba.
José de Jesús Pedrosa Alba.
All right, thank you. Good morning to you. How are you this morning, Mr. Pedrosa Alba?
Ok, gracias. ¿Cómo está usted hoy, en la mañana de hoy, señor Pedrosa Alba?
Oh, muy bien, estable.
Oh, very good, stable.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. Tell me what you've been doing to work your program, Mr. Pedrosa Alba.
Oh, maravilloso, maravilloso. Dígame qué está usted haciendo para cumplir con el programa.
Acudiendo cada 8 días, 2 veces por semana y me ha ayudado bastante. Estoy muy bien, soy otra persona. Me gusta. Estoy muy bien ahí en el programa.
I love it. I like this program. I'm very good. I feel very good. I'm another person, and I'm going twice a week.
Going where twice a week?
¿A dónde está yendo 2 veces por semana? ¿A qué parte?
La Junction, la Toledo y la Junction.
Ajá, pero ¿qué programa?
Es AA, terapia.
In Junction and Toledo. Okay, but where? How is the program? Oh, AA.
Oh, wonderful. Tell me something you've learned in some of your classes that you've taken.
Ah, ok, maravilloso. Dígame qué ha aprendido en alguna de esas clases que está tomando en la AA.
Oh, he aprendido sobre una persona de que tuvo un caso de que lo detuvieron 7 DUIs y ahora tiene 40 años que no ha tomado, no se ha metido en problemas. Trabaja en la GM y le voy a pedir que sea mi padrino del programa para que me oriente más, saber más y sea yo una mejor persona.
Well, I found out, I met a person I had a person that had 7 DUIs, and he has been free, and clean for 40 years. He has, he has a good job, and it's another person, and I'm going to ask him to be, the person that look after me, in the program, because that's what I want to go.
Wonderful. So you're going to reach out and get a sponsor.
Entonces usted va a seguir, va a decirle que sea su patrocinador.
Sí, porque me ha dado consejos y me han servido.
Yes, because he has been giving advising me very good, and I, those advices has worked for me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very good, Mr. Pedrosa Alba. I'm pleased with your progress.
Muy, muy bien, maravilloso, señor Pedro Salva. Yo estoy complacida con su progreso.
Mr. Yancey, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Pedrosa Alba?
Señor Yancey, ¿qué me quiere decir sobre el señor Pedrosa Alba?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Alba, he's taken AA to a high level, trying to get a sponsor. And well, he has a sponsor. He's going to reach out to that person. Sounds like he'll be excellent. Mr. Alba's also making his screenings, which are negative, and he's still going to English classes.
Bueno, su señoría, este señor Pedrosa Alba definitivamente está tomando esto a un nivel superior. Como ya lo dijo él va a tomar un patrocinador, lo cual es excelente para él. Él también ha tomado sus clases de pruebas y todas han salido negativas y él sigue con sus clases de inglés.
All right, very good, very good. Mr. Pedrosa Alba, any issues you need the court to address or anything that you need the court to help you with?
Magnífico, magnífico, señor Pedrosa Alba. ¿Hay alguna cosa que usted que necesite con que la corte lo ayude? ¿Tiene algún contratiempo? ¿Tiene alguna pregunta? ¿Alguna necesidad?
No, todo está bien. Todo está perfecto.
Oh, everything is all right. Everything is perfect.
All right. Mr. Yancey, what's next for Mr. Pedrosa Alba?
Ok, señor Yancey, ¿qué viene entonces a continuación para el señor Pedrosa Alba?
Yes, Your Honor, he'll have a March 17th, 2022 Zoom hearing at 8:35.
All right, wonderful.
Ok, señora Pedrosa Alba, su próxima comparecencia ante la corte es el 17 de marzo a las 8:35 aquí vía Zoom.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Pedrosa, Pedrosa Alba, keep up the great work you're doing, okay?
Ok, maravilloso, señor Pedrosa Alba. Continúe con el maravilloso trabajo que hasta ahora ha hecho, ok?
Ok, está bien. Gracias.
Ok, it's good, it's good.
All right, take care, bye-bye.
Ok, señor Pedrosa Alba, está bien, cuídese, ya se puede retirar.
Ok, está bien.
Ok, it's okay.
All right, take care. Mr. Gazuli, I'm going to adjourn your matter to tomorrow. You have to get to work for 9 o'clock. So go ahead, get to work and join us on tomorrow for your hearing. You will have to appear on tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Okay? So we'll schedule you for tomorrow. Thank you. All right, bye-bye. Put Mr. Gazuli on for tomorrow. Very good. Let's go to Tara Smith.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Smith. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing well, thank you. Let me call your case number. I have case number 19060740001. State your full name for me, Ms. Smith.
Tara Smith.
All right, how are things going, Ms. Smith?
Really good.
They are. Tell me what's going really good.
I'm tired, so working full time. I'm back in school, so I'm taking 3 classes this semester.
Wonderful.
Yep.
3 classes.
3 classes. It's a lot.
Do it. Okay, what else is going on?
Still doing my group therapy. So it's been a long time since I've been with that same group. There's 4 or 5 of us that have been there for the last 2 years now. So it's kind of my rock.
Wonderful, wonderful. Do you find it to be helpful?
Yes, very much so.
All right. Is there anything you've learned that you can share with us?
Yeah, so the last time we met, we talked a lot about mindfulness, a lot about just kind of taking time we have a couple people that meditate. I'm not real good at that, but I'm going to try to practice because I guess it works really well. I have a hard time sitting still and concentrating, but just using that as a way to let go of some of the fear we have and anxieties about the future, whatever that might be, and just being more mindful and present.
All right, very good, very good. Are you having any struggles, Ms. Smith, with working the program?
Not with the program, no.
Okay, are you having any struggles that we can help you with?
Just school, but I'll have to push through that, so.
Okay, we can't help you with that, unfortunately. Just push, we can encourage you though. Show up, give it your best, and don't be afraid to ask questions, do your homework, be a good student. All those things, it'll work out for you, okay?
Yeah, I'll get through it.
All right. Yes, you will. Very proud of your progress that you've made, Ms. Smith. You're doing a great job. You are. You're doing a great job. All right, Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Smith, she's really doing well. You know, she's in compliance and everything I can think of. Her screenings are great. Still going to her therapy sessions. She's probably gone longer than she has to, but like she said, that's really solidifies what she's trying to do, which as a result, she can now take 3 classes and hang in there with that. So she's really doing well. She's got a whole lot of community service in. She gets that in when she can. And she sends payments in. So Ms. Smith is in compliance.
All right, wonderful. Anything from any of the other team members as to Ms. Smith?
Yes, Judge, just keep up the good work. We're proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, what's next for Ms. Smith?
We're going to have Ms. Smith do a face-to-face on March 17th with me at 10:30, 10:35.
All right, I'm sorry, date one more time.
March 17th at 10:35 with me for a face-to-face.
All right, very good. All right, Ms. Smith, I'm not going to see you for a while, so continue to do well, okay?
Thank you. Can't wait to update you.
Yes, ma'am. Make sure, are you reading any good books now?
So I just finished this book about this guy, Mike, who got himself into a whole lot of trouble with drugs and alcohol. So it's just kind of his life story. It's nice to hear stories about recovery that have gone well. So.
Very good. All right. Very good. Very good. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, Ms. Smith. Take care of yourself and be safe.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, Ms. Hernandez, you have one more matter with me, Mr. C. Fuentes. I'm going to call that right now so I don't hold you up for other courtrooms. I have case number 200-564-2801 for Mr. C. Fuentes. Please state your full name for the record.
Voy a estar llamando al caso 2005-642801, que es el caso del señor Cifuentes. Señor Cifuentes, por favor, diga su nombre completo para que conste en el acta.
Fidencio Cifuentes.
Fidencio Cifuentes.
All right, how are you this morning, Mr. Cifuentes?
¿Cómo se encuentra en la mañana de hoy, señor Cifuentes?
Bien, muy bien, gracias a Dios.
Good, very good, thanks God.
Yes. All right. Have you been working your program? And if so, how's it going?
Okay, entonces usted ha estado trabajando el programa, si ha estado trabajando haciendo lo que tiene que hacer, ¿cómo le ha estado yendo?
Me está yendo bien, gracias a Dios, y estoy aprendiendo más y más.
Thanks to God, I'm doing my program and I'm learning more and more. I'm doing good.
Very good. Tell me something that you've learned, Mr. Cifuentes.
Muy bien. Dígame entonces algo que usted ha aprendido, señor Cifuentes.
He aprendido ahí de que me han dicho que cualquier problema que tenga yo, que le hable con ellos, que les deje saber, que ellos me van a ayudar, me van a dar consejos, me van a orientar mejor para no poder tomar otra vez en caso de que quiera tomar, y ellos me pueden ayudar en todo lo que pueda.
Well, I have learned that I can count with these people. They have been very clear that they are there and they can help me with any issue that I can have in case that I feel the need to drink again. That they are there for me and that they can help me with anything, any problem that I might encounter.
All right, wonderful, very good, very good. Mr. Cifuentes, is there anything that you need the court to help you with?
Muy bien, señor Cifuentes, muy bien. Dígame, señor Cifuentes, ¿hay algo en que esta corte lo podría ayudar usted? ¿Hay algo que usted necesite de esta corte?
No, estoy bien, gracias. Gracias a Dios.
No, thank you. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, Mr. Yancey, what do you have for Mr. Cifuentes?
Ok, señor Yancey, ¿qué tiene acerca del señor Cifuentes?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Fuentes, he's worked phase 2 really hard. He is at approximately 130 AA meetings. That seems to really keep him on solid ground. He's already completed community service. His screenings are great. And he paid all of his fines and costs, Your Honor.
Bueno, su señoría. Sorry.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Bueno, su señoría, el señor Cifuentes está en la fase 2 y ha trabajado mucho en la fase 2. Él tiene aproximadamente como 130 reuniones de alcohólicos anónimos. Esto parece que es lo que más lo ayuda, que lo mantiene, ¿verdad? En donde tiene que estar. Él también ha completado todas sus clases, sus horas de servicio comunitario y ha cumplido, también ha pagado su balance. Don Your Honor.
Okay, great, thank you. I'm sorry, Ms. Hernandez. All right, Mr. Yancey, and we'll talk about this in staffing. What's next for Mr. Cifuentes?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, let Ms. Hernandez.
Bueno, señor Yancey, de esto hemos estado hablando antes. Por favor, ¿qué es la próxima etapa, lo próximo que viene para el señor Cifuentes?
Mr. Yancey.
So yes, Your Honor. Mr. Fuentes and myself, we're going to have a face-to-face on March 17th at 10:35, and he understands me well enough that I can actually call him and do it.
Ok, señor, su señoría, la próxima reunión del señor Cifuentes va a ser el 17 de marzo a las 10:35 por teléfono con el señor Yancey. Y el señor Cifuentes y yo nos entendemos lo suficientemente bien como para hacerlo nosotros dos.
All right, wonderful. If nothing else, give me a return date for Mr. Cifuentes.
Yes, Your Honor, that'll be March 17th of this year at 10:35.
You did, thank you.
That's okay.
Okay, entonces, si no hay nada más, ¿cuál es el día que tiene que volver el señor Cifuentes? Bueno, señoría, será el día 17 de marzo a las 10:35.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Cifuentes, keep up the great work that you're doing. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Ok, señor Cifuentes, sigue haciendo el trabajo también que está haciendo hasta ahora. Lo vemos en un par de semanas. ¿Iba a preguntar algo?
Sí, va a ser por teléfono, ¿verdad? Con Mr. Jameson.
Yes, I have to, it's going to be by telephone, my meeting with Mr. Yancey.
Yes, absolutely.
Sí, absolutamente.
Okay, muchas gracias. Que tengan buen día.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. You do the same.
Igualmente para usted.
All right, let's keep going. I'm now going to Miss Milton, Toya Milton.
Okay, am I dismissed?
Yes, you are, Ms. Hernandez. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, Your Honor. Nice to see you all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Likewise. All right, I have for Ms. Milton, case number Z800982 and case number Z8081261. Ms. Milton, state your full name for me.
Good morning, Toya Milton.
All right, Ms. Milton, how are you working this morning?
I'm always working. Yes, ma'am.
You always working. All right, don't make me sing my song every day I'm hustling. Y'all thought I didn't know that, huh?
Yes, legally,
I see you, Mr. Todd. You talking about the judge? No, every day I'm hustling. What? Yes, I do. All right, I used to sing that to my kids in the morning too. Get up, because every day I'm hustling.
Absolutely.
All right, Miss Milton, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, adjusting to my new normal and just trying to be positive and, be optimistic with everything that life is throwing at me at this time.
All right, very good. And in the midst of all of that, you are taking good care of that baby boy, right?
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. He's going into 1 month of daycare and I can see the difference. I mean, we're done with the bottles. We're on sippy cups. He's really excelling. So I'm seeing the benefits of daycare. Plus, it's much easier when I'm working from home. I mean, things are getting a little lighter on my end.
Yes, very good. And in the midst of everything life's throwing at you, you're also working your program, right?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Definitely still doing my drops twice a week, as well as the my therapy as well. I'm actually going to be volunteering for the Detroit Recycling Company. They have a little volunteer program where we can get people in our neighborhood to sign up to be able to get those blue bins for recycling.
Yes.
And that's something I've always been, an advocate for, making sure our Mother Earth stays clean. So I know within my area, my district, I don't see too many folks recycling. So this will be something for me to really kind of get out in the neighborhood and get some community development going.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. We recycle. We're big on recycling. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Are there any issues you're having that you need the court to help you with or to address?
At this moment, no. I'm just waiting patiently for my restricted license, and that'll be it.
Okay. And the case manager can update me if there is an update with respect to the restricted license. Before Mr. Yancey does that, I'd like to know something that you've learned since the last time I've seen you.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since you've seen me. The last thing that I can say that I've learned is that as I'm growing older, I have a birthday approaching, and with this, my mental has completely just changed. I've learned that I require patience, and I've just really learned that throughout this sobriety process, this is something that's really been helping me become a better person, become a better woman, and a better adult. So I will say it does feel good to know that I'm not relying on any substance to be able to feel alive. So
yes, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. That's the one. I hope you all are listening. I see Mr. Todd saying, yes, you can feel alive without any substance. And actually, substance gives you 1 foot closer to the grave, whether it's drinking and driving or using something else, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Ms. Milton. I'm going to hear from Mr. Yancey. Before I do that, Miss Marita Abrams has a felony with Judge Bryant this morning at 8:30.
Correct.
Ms. Abrams needs to go and dial in to Judge Bryant. Is that correct?
Well, she can do her case with you, Judge. She only has one case, and she's in with Mr. Fikens in the breakout room.
She's back in the courtroom, so I think Mr. Fikens is taking care of it.
Okay.
All right, and then you'll go to Ms. Judge Bryant. Yes. All right, very good. All right, Mr. Yancey, let me hear about Ms. Milton.
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Milton, she's doing really well. Talked to her on the phone a couple of times. This new employment really fits her. And she's happy about that. So we're happy, obviously, about that. She's still complying with her screenings and with her treatment at All Well-Being. She keeps a great disposition. Now we laugh about when she first came in our program, but she's really, she's really doing well. And I think sobriety fits her personality. So, the real her comes out with her sobriety. So, and I think everybody likes the real Miss Milton. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So she's
yeah, because that other girl, she was all over the place.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right.
So we're really pleased with her right now. We've got just a small amount of time before we can address that restricted license, but we are totally conscious of it. So I can discuss that in staffing if need be, but
yes,
we're conscious of that process. So
okay,
we'll be working on that.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. Anything else from any of the other team members as to Miss Milton?
Yes, Judge, just keep up the good work, and thank you for recycling. That's very important. Be safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, very good. If nothing else, Miss Milton, I'm going to get your return to court date. Mr. Yancey?
Your Honor, Miss Milton is going to have a March 10th face-to-face with me at 10:35, and then her next Zoom hearing will be March 17th at 8:35.
Already the 10th and the 17th, I got it.
All right, very good. Thank you, Miss Milton. Enjoy the rest of your day. Continue to take good care of yourself.
Of course, thank you. Bye-bye, have a great day.
Bye-bye. All right, Mr. Fikens, I am going to do the arraignment on the bench warrant for Abrams. I have case number 182660701. Ms. Abrams, please unmute and state your full name for the record.
You're still muted.
You're muted.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
There you go.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am. Tell me your name.
Marcia Abrams.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Abrams.
Good morning.
All right, Mr. Fikens, today is the date scheduled for arraignment on the bench warrant. How are we proceeding?
Judge, my client wishes to avail herself of the offer in this matter. She'll be tendering a plea of guilty to not having a license on person, asking this court to reduce it to fail to display.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, you understand that in this matter, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes.
And you wish to waive that right and enter a guilty plea today, correct?
Yes.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to your constitutional waiver. May I do a factual basis?
Yes, you may.
Ma'am, on the date and time of this citation, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit? Ms.
Yes.
Abrams? And when were you stopped by a
Really
police
can't
officer?
hear that good.
Okay, I'm going to get closer. Were you stopped by a police officer and asked to produce a valid license?
Yes, I was.
And were you able to produce a valid license?
No, I wasn't.
Was your
Yes, sir.
license suspended at the time?
Yes, sir, it was.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
I'm satisfied as well. I'll accept your plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to failure to display, and I'm ready for sentencing. Mr. Fikens, is there anything you need me to know?
Judge, quickly, she is trying to get her license back. She's trying to do the right things. And I just want the court to know that she's present. She's going to request a little bit of time to make payment as she's presently not working and is taking care of children.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fikens. I'm going to assess the cost at $200. The fine will be $25, and I will give you time to pay it, ma'am. How much time do you need?
Like a week, 2 weeks.
Okay, I will certainly do that, give you some time to pay it. And so I'm going to give you until March 25th. I'm going to adjourn this to pay March 25th, 2022. I'll put it on the docket for 10:30 a.m. As long as you get it paid before that date, you do not need to appear. If for some reason you fail to get it paid by that date, you need to come back to court. Otherwise, you're going to be right back in the same place, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much. Make sure that you dial into, you're very welcome. Make sure you dial into Judge Bryant's courtroom at this time, okay?
Okay, how do I do that?
The same way you did for me is 360, what's the courtroom number?
Okay.
339-0000.
Okay, can you do it one more time, Judge, please?
360.
Okay.
339-0000.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Yes, ma'am.
You're very welcome. All
Thank
right,
you.
take care.
Thank you, Mr.
All
Pfeiffer.
right, thank you.
Thank you too.
All right. Let's go to Ms.
Okay.
Griffin Orlando. I have case number 2007081SD. Ms. Griffin Orlando, please unmute and state your name for the record.
Ms. Teresa Griffin Orlando.
All right, good morning. How are you, Ms. Griffin Orlando?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Very
Yourself?
good. I have not seen you in a long time, it seems like.
It has been a long time.
It has been. You've been doing everything you're supposed to do?
Oh, I am, and probably more.
All right, very good. Tell me what's been going on with you.
Well, I've been elected to the board of the AA. I have been doing.
Look at you. Yay! Very good. All right. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
That's
What
okay.
else is going on?
I have been doing service work at the Walter Reuther Psych Hospital, doing AA groups there when they're allowing it. Of course, I always do service work whenever possible and always give back to the community. And
Yes.
I have over a year sobriety right now, so.
Yes, wonderful. Look at you. You are doing it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You are. Are you still enjoying your new place? It may not be as new as it was before, but are you still enjoying it?
Yes, but I'm looking to actually buy here within the next year. So,
Look at you.
yeah.
Very good. Very good. I don't know what Ms. Richardson has on the screen, but I don't like the way it looks. So I'm gonna stop her video. All right. And so Ms. Griffin Orlando, you are doing an excellent job. You
Thank you.
are. Are you having any difficulties with anything?
No, just would like to get off the breathalyzer, but I know that's just taking time.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Tell me why you want to get off the breathalyzer.
Well, I just feel like it's an annoyance, but I know it's an annoyance that I put upon myself. I do have to get some car work done, but I can't do the car work until the breathalyzer is off.
Oh, because of the expense associated with it.
Yep.
All right. Mr. Griffin, I'd like to entertain a recommendation to remove the breathalyzer. Tell me what you think about that.
Judge, it's not a breathalyzer, it's the interlock. She's on the interlock in the car.
Oh, not a breathalyzer.
No, she's on the interlock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the interlock through the Secretary of State. So we have no control
There's
of that.
nothing I can do about that. If
Okay.
you want to keep the license, you have to keep the interlock.
Yeah.
I understand. I didn't know how they were associated together.
Yeah.
Yes,
And the
that
Secretary of
is-
State, yeah, they make the decision of when you will come off of the interlock.
Yes.
Okay, so-
Once the restricted license has been issued by the Secretary of State with the mandate that the interlock must be placed in your car, I do not get the opportunity to make the determination how long that interlock stays there. The Secretary of State has to determine that.
Okay, so, all right, I guess I'm not understanding. So,
Okay.
that's something, so if
Yep.
it goes on for 2 years, is that if the restricted license, I'm not understanding.
Well,
So, Mr. Griffin, this is what I'm gonna do. To answer your question, if the Secretary of State says it's gonna be 2 years, then it's gonna be 2 years. Because I don't have the authority to even recommend the removal of the interlock. The only thing I have the authority to do is recommend that they issue you a restricted license. And then the Secretary of State is solely responsible for who gets that license. I can only recommend that your license be revoked, but I can't tell them how long you have to abide by their standards to have the restricted license with the interlock. And so you can certainly go into a breakout room with one of the attorneys if you have some additional questions about that or need some more clarification. I'd like Mr. Reed or Mr. Fikens, maybe you all can get into the nuts and bolts of that. But the overall thing for me is I can't remove the interlock.
Okay, that's, you answered it. I understand.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the way the Secretary of State does it, they do it's a form from the last time that you had a drink and a driving case, and then they have you for a certain amount of time that they have to monitor you. Then they would send you something in the mail telling you that you're eligible to regain your license. So it's solely based on them, nothing to do with us.
Okay, that's it. That's all I needed to know then.
All right, but don't get discouraged. I don't think it'll be 2 years, but I don't have any control over that, okay?
Okay, no, that's no problem. Thank you.
All right, very good. Anything else that you need us to assist with or questions that you may have for the court?
Nope, that's all I have.
All right, very good, very good. Mr. Griffin, what do you have?
Ms. Griffin Orlando is doing great, Your Honor. No problems for her. Like she said, she's been elected to the board. I've received 2 letters from her sponsor indicating how well she's doing it, how she's helping other people. She paid all her costs. She completed community service. I did reach out to her sentencing court and gave them a progress report of how she's doing. So they said they'd check back within a couple of months. She had a 24-month contract. She's been with us just over a year. She signed her contract December the 17th of 2020. So like I told her, her sentencing court will have to make a decision if it's going to be an early release or anything like that. But other than that, Your Honor, she's no problems. She's been wonderful to work with.
All right, very good, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Ms. Griffin Orlando?
No, Judge, thank you.
All right, if nothing else, Mr. Griffin, what's next?
Ms. Orlando is in phase 3, Your Honor, so she'll be coming back for a face-to-face on March the 24th, 2022 at 10:35 a.m.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Ms. Griffin Orlando?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
All right, very good. Good to see you. Keep up the great work you're doing. I'm very excited. Thank you for your service to other people. I certainly appreciate that. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, take care. All right, I need to go to Mr. Gilkey next. Brandon Gilkey, I have 200-568-4301. Mr. Gilkey, unmute for me, please.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm all right.
You don't sound like you're all right.
Long day already.
It's a long day already? It's only 9:25.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long day, or has it already been a long day?
It started out long. I mean, it's probably going to continue. People, COVID and people not wanting to come to work. So.
Yeah, I know. And people not wanting to take the vaccine either. We can't have it both ways, right?
Right.
You gotta do something. Don't get me started. Don't get me started, Mr. Gilkey. Don't get me started. Well, I'm sorry that you're going to have a long day, but hopefully they are going to pay you for that long day, right?
Oh yeah, they don't have a choice about that.
All right. I always try to look for the bright side. You're gonna get some money in your account. But look, in the midst of people not coming to work and all of the hours, make sure you're taking the time to do some self-care, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. You've been working your program, Mr. Gilkey?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell me what you've been doing and tell me how it's been going.
Basically just going to my meetings. I try to go at least twice a week. But as far as my work schedule's been, I've been just the last couple of weeks it's been like once a week. Just staying focused, reading, and taking it a day at a time.
And taking it one day at a time. All right, very good. Have you learned anything since the last time I've seen you?
To be honest, like they say in the meetings, this is an ongoing process, and some things gonna happen in your life where it's gonna make you have the urge to drink, but that's when your willpower steps in. So I had a death in my family recently. My cousin was murdered. So that was one of them days. So I had to step back and just look at myself, and I just pushed through. So that's the main thing.
Mr. Gilkey, I am so sorry to hear about the loss of your loved one, especially to what I'm sure was senseless. I'm also glad to hear that you were able to push through. I'm glad to hear that. That's not easy, especially when we lose people that we love to any circumstances. That's not easy, but you did it.
Yeah,
you did it. And I hope that you're proud of yourself. You did it.
Yep.
You did. What can we help you with, Mr. Gilkey?
I know we had talked about a restricted license. I paid my probation in full yesterday. So.
Okay. All right. Let me hear from Mr. Griffin on that. Where are we with his request for a restricted license?
I'm gonna get on that today, Your Honor. Like he said, he did come down and pay his cost off in full, so I applaud him for doing that. Other than that, he's been testing twice a week, no problem with testing. I mean, he's been doing good. He has a 24-month contract with us. He signed his contract in August of 2020, so he's in phase 2 of the program, so he's doing good. The next time we staff, I'll probably be making a recommendation for phase 3 to keep him on track, but I'll get the restricted license started today, so I'll reach out to him and tell him what I need from him and everything. But other than that, Mr. Gilkey is doing really well, Your Honor.
All right, very good, very good. So Ms. Gilkey, you just met the conditions for us to be able to submit you for the restricted license. So Mr. Griffin is going to get on that immediately, okay?
Okay.
All right, anything else you need us to help you with?
No, ma'am.
Nothing else?
No.
All right, you hang in there, Mr. Gilkey, and know that we're here if you need us. I don't send people to grief counseling when they lose someone that they love, but I strongly recommend that. But you can do that on your own. If that's something that you believe would be beneficial to you, then by all means, I want you to do some grief counseling. You can go back to your original counselor. They may have something that they can introduce to you or, tell you about as far as a service. But by all means, do what you need to do in order to continue to press through. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Can I count on you to do that if you need it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I appreciate it. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Gilkey?
Just keep up the good work, Mr. Gill. Sorry for your loss. Be safe, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Gilkey, just hang in there. I've been through something similar to that, so I applaud you for keeping your sobriety and you'll get through it. So hang in there.
Okay.
Yes, thank you all. All right, Mr. Griffin, what's next for Mr. Gilkey?
I'm gonna give him back on his Monday, Your Honor. So that'll be March the 14th, 2022 at 10:35 a.m. for a face-to-face.
All right, very good. Mr. Gilkey, did you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. Take care of yourself. We are here if you need us. If you need a recommendation for grief counseling, Mr. Griffin, make sure Dr. Euro Alexander, it's my understanding he does a great job with grief counseling. Let's connect him. And it doesn't mean you have to go for 10 weeks. Maybe you just check in one time. I don't know, but it's available to you. That's what I want you to know, okay?
Okay.
All right, wonderful. Take care, sir.
All right.
All right, bye-bye. All right, let's go to Mr. Grunwald. I have case number Z8066981. Mr. Grunwald, state your full name for the record, please.
Gregory Grunwald.
All right, Mr. Grunwald, how are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Mr. Grunwald, I see that you're in the car. Are you at work?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right. Listen, let me say this for the courtroom. If you know that you have somewhere to be and something to do, you cannot come into my courtroom late and expect to get pushed ahead of everybody else who's been here since 8:30. So what's going to happen is if folks need to leave, Mr. Griffin, because I don't want them to miss things like group and medical appointments, they will have to come back tomorrow. I will have to put them on my docket for tomorrow, and they'll be on a Friday docket. And Fridays are something else. But folks have to get on. You've got to get on. You've got to get on. And so I'm not really feeling that today. All right, Mr. Grunwald, I'm going back to you. That was for the whole courtroom. All right, you're at work today? You have to work today?
Yeah, I'm usually out here. Yeah, every one of our meetings.
Okay. All right. I understand. And so I am glad that you're working, and I hope that things are going well with your job. Are they?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good. And I understand that you are at work. Unfortunately, we have a number of people that have work and appointments and things of that nature. I just want to remind everybody, before this pandemic thing, we all would be sitting in this courtroom. How about that? All of us. You'd have to drive downtown, pay for parking, and sit in the courtroom. And so we making the best of what was a bad situation, and we're trying to work it as much as we can. Okay, Mr. Grunwald?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Tell me what's been going on with you since the last time I've seen you. What have you been doing?
Well, personally, I've met a girl I've been dating last month or so. And
I'm writing that down. All right, go ahead, Mr. Grunwald. And he's smiling. I don't think I've ever seen Mr. Grunwald smile. Mr. Grun, can we highlight him on the screen? No, I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, Mr. Grunwald. I'm not gonna do it. I want to. I want to. Mr. Grunwald, I have never seen you smile. I've never seen you smile. You are dating someone. She must be a good person and good for you. Am I right?
she's a lovely lady. Yeah.
I think he's bashful too. Look at him. Mr. Grunwald. All right, I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna keep moving. What else has been going on?
I was gonna tell you that I work out regularly, but I've recently got like a new boot, like a boost or like motivation for it. Coming, it comes and goes, in waves. And I just want to say, like, people say motivation is fickle. Motivation is a liar. You need to be dedicated. So I'm just really soaking it in and being appreciative of this motivational little window that's opened up for me lately.
Yes. And do you know the source of the motivation? What's motivating you, if you can share it?
I honestly, I don't know. I've just been feeling good, looking good. I think, kind of, that saying, feel good, look good, vice versa. I just been, I don't know, maybe it's just getting warmer, and I'm starting to see the sun more. I don't know. It could be a lot of things, I'm just excited about, or excited or hopeful, feeling stronger every day.
Right.
So it's it's a perpetual thing, exponential thing,
All right, Mr. Grunwald. Look, I'm glad to see you. It's good to see you smile. I'm glad you're working the program. Tell me something that you've learned. Are you still keeping your journal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell me something that you've learned. Listen, wait, let me say this. Mr. Wade I had a meeting with him this morning, and we're getting ready to purchase some incentives. Mr. Grunwald is at the top of that list to get one of those incentives that we finally got some funds to purchase. And he's at the top of that list. He should be first coming out the gate. He's probably the only person in this program who has consistently maintained a journal, despite this court's order that you should be maintaining a journal to write down what you've learned in your meetings or your sessions or what have you. And so, Mr. Griffin, please note that. I just had that meeting on this morning.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Grunwald, tell me something you've learned since the last time I've seen you, or something that's inspired you.
Well, alongside, that was one of them. Alongside that, motivation is fickle thought. I remember a couple of years ago, this has just been knocking around in my head lately. But a couple of years ago, my aunt said something, and I can't think of how eloquently she said it, or whichever way that it hit so hard with me. But she said that I can't, don't expect to have anything that you're not ready for. So, it kind of just goes to me. For me, that's been, like I said, it's been knocking around in the back of my head, and it kind of it's been connecting with just sort of my sobriety comes first. My foundation needs to come first. That has to be my base. My health, working out leads to feeling good, leads to getting better sleep, leads to recovering and healing better. So things like that.
All right, very good. Thank you for sharing that with the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Grunwald. All right, Mr. Griffin, what do you have on Mr. Grunwald?
Your Honor, like Mr. Grunwald said, he's doing really well. He's back working full time. He's in phase 2 of the program. He had a 15-month contract. He'll be coming up on a year in March. So he's just working on the thing in phase 2. He made a $200 payment. He has a balance of $650. So probably the next report after we staff the case, I'll probably be recommending to keep him on track for phase 3. But Mr. Grunwald is doing great overall, Your Honor. And then I did note about the incentives. I know we did talk about that a lot. So I'm gonna make sure once we get that he'd be rewarded with something, because he has a couple of journals throughout the program. So I applaud him for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, which is what this court asked him to do. Very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Grunwald?
Mr. Grunwald, you found a process for success, not only with your sobriety, but just with your personal life. So just keep that going.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, keep that going. All right, very good. If nothing else, Mr. Griffin, what's next?
Your Honor, Mr. Grunwald will be coming back for a face-to-face on March the 17th, 2022, and that will be at 10:35 a.m.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Mr. Grunwald?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Very proud of you. Keep up the great work you're doing, and we will see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Griffin, I'm going to adjourn Ms. Macklin till tomorrow. I got a note that she needs to go to her session at 9:30. We don't miss sessions for court. And so I'll bring Ms. Macklin back on tomorrow at 9:30. So Ms. Macklin, I'll see you in the morning at 9:30 a.m., okay?
I have court in the morning for my other case.
Yeah, she had a felony court tomorrow also, Your Honor. I was
Okay, then can she come see us when she's finished with court there, or she can probably see us before?
Yeah, if she get on, what time is your hearing
It's at 9, but last time, honestly, it took a long time. My judge had 42 cases.
Okay, well,
So I
just get
can't
on with
really.
just get on with us first thing in the morning, like 8:15 or whatever. Then we'll get you out the way so you can go into your other court hearing.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you
Very good.
later.
I'll put her on for 8:15, Mr. Griffin.
All
So
right,
that's
thank you,
case
Anna.
number SP 115-63501. I'll do your review tomorrow, Miss Macklin, at 8:15. We'll put you on for 8:15, okay?
Okay, see you
All
guys
right.
in the morning.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay,
No problem.
let's keep going. I have Mr. Todd. Mr. Todd, good morning to you. Where's Mr. Todd? Mr. Todd just been smiling all morning. Mr. Todd, what you up to over there? You just so happy.
No, I've been with my son every day, and I'm just loving life, and I'm seeing that I have responsibilities that I left in my addiction, and I just listen to people, and I'm just really happy that life does go on, and you can be happy.
Yes, you can be happy, you can be sober, you can be clean, you can live without substance, all of those wonderful things that we have heard. You can feel alive without substances. Yes, I love it. I'm so glad that you're seeing your son every day, Mr. Todd.
Yes, we watched the Super Bowl together, and my son, he's 20 years old. My brother came over, and he had a drink, and my son was like, "Oh, you can't bring that in here." I told my son, "It's okay. I don't have to drink because he got a drink,
There you go. Yeah, we cheering in the courtroom. Yeah, Mr. Todd. Yes, and you were able to enjoy the Super Bowl without any alcohol.
Without any alcohol. First time.
Because Mary J brought it, right? She brought it, so did Snoop, and so did Dr. Dre. And those are that's in that order. Come on.
Yes.
I even got up and danced with Snoop. I was like, oh, he bringing it tonight. He's so cool. I'm cool like that too when I dance. So I got up and did my little footwork too. The house went wild. We didn't have no alcohol either. They went wild because I had been practicing. They didn't know I could do that. So I surprised them.
I'm picturing you crip walking in my head.
I did.
Yeah,
I did. I practiced. I could only do it for a couple of seconds, but it was enough to send the house in an uproar. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But, yes. Other than that, that was my first Super Bowl. I didn't watch the last Super Bowl last year, but this year I watched it, and I didn't drink, and I enjoyed myself, and my recovery coach, he came over. I had a lot of people over. My granddad was there. We enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah. Very good. I love it. Very good, Mr. Todd. I know you have some anxiety about leaving us, but listen, I am so glad that you decided to work the program. You gave me, I'm gonna say it, you gave me hell when you first came here. But listen, you made a decision to work this program, and I hope you see what I see.
Yes.
I hope you see what I see, because I see some good stuff.
I'm gonna miss you guys. That's why I've been kind of like wiping I'm gonna pay my the rest of my fees, and it's gonna be hard leaving because I'm the type of person that I get attached to people and helping me. And I just didn't know people out there. You guys just helped me a lot. I was in a real bad space. I talked to Mr. Griffin. I'm going to pay the rest of my restitution, and he's going to keep in touch with me. He promised me he's going to keep in touch with me, because when I take my life in control on my own, I always mess up. So we're not going to put that out there. We're not going to say that. I'm going to do
No, because you have some different tools to work with this time, Mr. Todd. Yeah. You've got some different resources, and you have people that care about you. When you leave our program, we don't throw you away. The door is open.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
phone still works. I'm gonna
Yes,
be
ma'am.
in courtroom 133. Mr. Griffin, we're gonna be on Zoom for a while. You have all kind of access to us, and you know you don't need a case for us to roll up our sleeves and say, let's help Mr. Todd. You don't have
Yes,
to have a
ma'am.
case here.
Okay,
That's
thank
one
you
of the
very much.
benefits of finishing this program.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Todd. Let me hear from Mr. Griffin. Mr. Griffin, you know he been holding out on paying those fines and costs because y'all told him he couldn't finish the program if he had an outstanding balance. So he made sure he had an outstanding balance. So he couldn't finish the program. I've just never seen that happen before. Where folks just, they tell me, I got the money to pay. I'm just not gonna pay because y'all gonna put me out the program. But he sounds like he gonna finally, I don't even harass him about the money. I know he has it. He just don't want to pay. He don't want to leave. Mr. Griffin, what we doing with Mr. Todd?
Yeah, me and him had there's some conversation. Like I said, he have reached out to me and expressed that, he's afraid, of Ben, he actually had a 12-month contract, man. He's coming up on 2 years. So, so like I said, me and him talks, talk all the time. I mean, he calls me, we talk. I just encourage him that, we are not throwing him away. I mean, we are here for him. We'll continue to be here for him, and just a phone call away. So I think he's trusting me with that or whatever. But other than that, I mean, he just he's got to pay his money. He's been paying his money for how long now, Mr. Todd?
at least
2 years. 2 years.
2 months. At least a good 6 months. I'm going on 2 years, and we talked the other day, Mr. Griffin, and I'm ready. I'm going to put my big boy pants on, and I'm going to do this thing.
Yeah. And Mr. Todd, I hope that you took the time to speak with your counselor about the separation fear that you're having with respect to leaving the program, because I do think sometimes there's healthy fear, but I want to make sure, because I'm not the professional in that area, that you have that conversation with your counselor so that the counselor can also introduce you to some tools or some techniques that may help you to deal with that fear of separating and leaving the program. Not leaving us. You're not leaving us. Just leaving the program.
I talked with my counselor, and we've been focusing on that. It's what he said. It's called separation anxiety. A lot of people has it, and it's just I just gotta not think of the negative and always think of the positive. Yes, ma'am.
There you go. All right. All right. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Todd?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Keep up the good work, Mr. Todd. You are ready. We're proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. We know it's not easy, but you're doing the job. And I know you're ready. Drug court doesn't last forever. It doesn't last forever. And you keep up the good work, sir. Be safe. Thank you, Mr. Todd.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Reed.
Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Todd, it's been always great seeing you. Love your attitude. Your smile is contagious. Great to talk to you after all this time. And we are so proud of you, sir. Keep up the great work, man.
Thank you.
We certainly are.
And Judge, this may have been a lapse on my part, but Mr. Todd is in phase 2. I would like to make a recommendation before to phase 3. I know we did have some problems at the beginning that extended things along the way. But he is doing very well. Like I said, he came a long way. I mean, he got a promotion at work. I mean, he's the manager. I mean, they trusted him to open the store, close the store. So at the beginning, everything was rocky. And I just see the change in him, his voice, just everything. And like I told him, he need to come down here. I got some more things for you. So we got to make that happen. So, but he's doing a great job, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Go ahead, Mr. Yancey.
Yeah, if I could, Mr. Todd, I'm not one to talk too much less with other people's cases, but I've watched you. You're ready. You said one of the more mature things I think I've heard since I've been doing this, when you talked about you left some responsibilities in your addiction. Once you said that, and I could tell you're ready to do something about it, you're ready. When you articulated that,
Yes.
you're ready.
Thank you, Mr. Yancey.
Absolutely. Listen, I need everybody to know that this year in 2022, we are having a specialty court graduation. We have not had a graduation for 2 years because of the pandemic. And you all know that that is our real time of not just celebrating the progress of the people in the program, but also having an opportunity to recognize them and to be able to shower them with all the love and care that we generally give here in the program. Look, Mr. Todd, you're going to phase 3 on today. I don't know when you're going to complete, but I need you to be in the house in May, whether it's in the house or whether it's outside, that we do a graduation. We are doing a graduation. That's another thing me and Mr. Wade met about on this morning. We are doing a graduation this year, and we want to do it well. I think our last graduation we had was at Ford Field, and it was absolutely beautiful. And listen, I want to go greater this year. That's just who I am. I want to go greater. And so, Mr. Todd, you got to be there in May. All right?
I will be there. Yes, ma'am. I will be there. Thank you. Yes.
All right. All right. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Mr. Todd on his promotion to phase 3. Congratulations, Mr. Todd. You are on your way, sir. You on your way. All right, Mr. Griffin, what's next for, I didn't place a case number on the record for Mr. Todd. Let me do that right now. It's SP 100600802 and case number 19058809001. Mr. Griffin, what's next for Mr. Todd?
Your Honor, Mr. Todd is in phase 3, so he'll be coming back for a face-to-face on March the 24th, 2022, and that would be at 10:35 a.m. And I'll talk to you before then.
I'll see you Thursday, Mr. Griffin.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Wonderful. Take care, Mr. Todd. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you. Have a great day.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Mr. Brown. You are up next.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Just observing.
Good morning, Mr. Brown. How are you?
I'm good. Just a little under the weather, got a little cold, and realizing sobriety, but I can't take medicine, so I'm popping halls.
You can take medicine. You just can't take a narcotic.
Well, I mean, I called
one with alcohol.
Okay, but no, I'm fine though. Everything is good.
You good?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Very good. Let me place your case number on the record. I have case number 21S00466FD. State your name for me, Mr. Brown.
Demario Ladon Brown.
All right. This is your first review. It's been what, 2 weeks?
Yes, it has.
All right. Tell me, what do you think so far?
I think it's cool. I've been sitting listening to the stories, encouraged, inspired, and a nice awakening to understand that, you know, people from different walks of life have all different types of struggles. Nonetheless, I think this is good for a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. And those reasons sometimes not always being the same reason.
Yes, absolutely. For the last 2 weeks, I know we threw a lot at you of things that needed to get done or get started. How have you done so far with the things you need to accomplish as far as the program?
I've started everything that I needed to do at this particular point in time, and also identified several organizations that I'm going to do my community service. I already do community service, but I add a couple of different ones to that. I have a counseling session shortly after this at 10:30 a.m. this morning. And I've been doing my randoms as court ordered.
All right, wonderful. You have hit the ground running, Mr. Brown. That is absolutely wonderful. Are you having any difficulties with anything so far?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing? All right.
I'm just a little impatient. That's my own problem. So
you're impatient. Well, one thing that we do hear a lot in this program is people do eventually learn patience.
I understand.
They learn some patience, and you know, one day at a time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
One day at a time. Anything that you'd like to share with us that we need to know as a team so that we can help you to continue to stay on track? You're off to a great start already.
Not at this time. Mr. Yancey's been great. He's been very responsive. I communicate probably too much, but you know, one thing about me, I try to make sure I communicate often as I believe necessary. But other than that, any questions has been answered in a timely fashion, and the court has been very responsive.
All right, wonderful. Never too many questions. That's what we're here for. Never too many. All right, Mr. Yancey, what do you have as far as Mr. Brown is concerned?
Yeah, Mr. Brown has started off great. Like he said, he does communicate, which stops any misunderstandings, even though I might have left him hanging as far as you just can't have medicine or cough syrup with alcohol, but we don't want you to be sick because you're in the program. So
No, we don't
I'll
want you to
clear.
be sick. I
I'll
was
clear
about
some
to
of
say,
that up.
Mr. Yancey, Mr. Yancey,
Well, I mean,
he's playing tough.
So, Your Honor and Mr. Yancey, what I did, I contacted the facility and asked them, hey, you know, I'm struggling over here. Can I take some over-the-counter medicine? They said, no, you gotta go get your doctor to prescribe you cough medicine. And so, I mean, rather than have any issues or any misunderstanding, I just deferred not to do it. So,
Well, for one thing, I really appreciate that. So there was no issue with screening, but I think, and we'll talk, but I think you're welcome to go to the drugstore and just look at the label. If you don't see alcohol on there, I think you'll be pretty good. And I know they have some things that don't have alcohol in there, but I appreciate that diligence. I appreciate you trying to start this in the correct way. So we'll have some further discussions about that. Your Honor, other than that, he's doing his random screenings. Like he said, he has a counseling session today. So, and he's already talked about community service, and he's only been in 2 weeks. So we're pleased with Mr. Brown at this point, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Brown?
Yes, Judge, thank you. I did the intake with Mr. Brown, so I got to know some of his background. Don't get overwhelmed, sir. And I just wanted to say, our basketball team needs to get a little better. March Madness is coming up. Go green, go white.
go
Mr.
green,
Brown.
go white all day.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Ficus. You must say something now.
Well, I didn't want to.
I think the coach just got suspended. I don't think Mr. Fiken want to say anything at this point.
Now, if my daughter is watching Mr. Brown, she will be chiming in just a second. She will be coming on to explain what really happened. Don't get her started. Oh my goodness. Mr. Ficus, you want to say anything? I see you straightening up your tie. Right.
No, Mr. Brown, I don't know about that team up in East Lansing, but I do want to say, sir, that you're doing a great job. You've hit the ground running. We couldn't be more proud of you, sir. And we'll the basketball season is long. We'll see what happens.
Understood. Mutual respect.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right. If nothing else, Mr. Brown, if you don't have any questions for the team, we'll get your return to court date.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Brown, I was going to ask you, is a Thursday or a Monday better for you?
Probably Monday.
Monday? Okay. Your Honor, we want to have Mr. Brown come back on March 14th. March 14th of this year at 8:35, Your Honor.
All right. Wonderful. Did you get that, Mr. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Good to see you today. Continue to work hard, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. If you need us before then, by all means, reach out.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, I need to do Miss Rich, and then I'm going to take a quick recess. And if there are people that are not a part of the specialty court, we will, Miss Wilson will work to get them to the right place, because I see a couple of people on. All right, let's go to Miss Rich. Miss Rich, good morning to you. Unmute for me, Miss Rich. I have case number 05-23430. State your name for me, Miss Rich.
Joyce Rich.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm good.
You're doing good?
Yeah,
all right,
I'm
you
good.
still driving all over the place?
No.
You're not?
No.
No, all right. You still have that license though, it's intact, right?
Intact, yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Miss Rich, you work in your program. Tell me what's been going on.
Well, I got a new job.
You got a new job. Is she whispering? Why you whispering now? Is it a
Because I'm
secret that you got
still
a new
at the
job?
other job.
Oh, it's a secret. We have to keep saying that then. All right. Look at you.
Yep. So March 7th, I start a new job, another optical place. So more money.
Go ahead, Miss Rich. Can I stop whispering now when I start talking about something else?
Okay.
Just
trying to get
all
better.
right.
Trying to get better.
All right. There you go. Miss Rich, you're doing a great job. Congratulations to you. Is there anything you're struggling with?
I don't know. It's got some anxiety going on for some reason. I don't know.
You don't know? Have you talked about it?
I don't think so. I think it'll be all right. Just trying to work on, really trying to protect my peace right now.
Okay.
And,
That's important.
Yeah, and that's the reason for the new job and trying to just move other people. That's what I'm trying to learn now is to protect me.
Yes.
What's going on. So just so I can stay on the straight path. This is kind of
all right.
So that's all.
Is that tough sometimes trying to stay on the right path?
It is. It is.
It is. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. And so hopefully you have some tools and some resources that you've been equipped with that should you see a detour that you know, instead of going, you'll fall back on your resources and on your tools that we've equipped you with, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We're here to help you, Miss Rich. I appreciate your honesty. Listen, anxiety can be something else. It really can. You said you think you'll be all right, but listen, you might just want to check in with your counselor to just make sure that I'm all right.
Okay.
I wish I could advise you on how to deal with anxiety, although I'm reading a really good book called Anxious for Nothing. And it's an excellent book. It's an excellent book. And so really just some everyday practical things about dealing with anxiety. And so, but I want you to check in with your counselor because I think just the state of the world we live in, all of us, we're dealing with a little bit of anxiousness, right? And so, but what we want to make sure that it doesn't get to the point where it impedes our ability to grow or to make progress and things of that nature. So I want you first and foremost to check in with your counselor. Make sure that, it's something you're going to be able to press through on your own. Okay.
Okay.
Will you do that? I'm not ordering you to do it. I'm asking you to do it.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Very good. What else is going on that maybe we can help you with?
That's about it.
That's about it. All right. All right. Let me hear from Mr. Griffin.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Rich.
Miss Rich is doing well, Your Honor. Congratulations on the new job. That's big. Okay, you got a new job, got your license. You're showing out.
She's showing out.
Yeah, Miss Rich is in phase 2. She had a 12-month contract with us. She's been with us since August of 2021. So she's on track. She's been making monthly payments. She got her cost down to $415. She's working on the things in phase 2 of the program. So Miss Rich is doing really well, Your Honor. No problems with her.
No issues. All right, Miss Rich, you're in great shape. You are in really great shape. Anything from any of the other team members as to Miss Rich? I was talking about Mr. Griffin.
Yes, Judge. Just up the good work, Mr. Rich. You're doing a great job. We're proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reed.
All right. If nothing else, Mr. Griffin, what's next for Miss Rich?
Okay, Your Honor, Miss Rich is in phase 2, so she'll be coming back for a face-to-face on March the 17th, 2022, and that will be at 10:35 a.m.
March 17th.
Yes.
All right, very good. Very good. Did you get that, Miss Rich?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're in great shape. You're in great shape.
Thank
All
you.
right, very good. Good to see you and continue to do
Likewise.
well.
Thank you.
All
I
right,
will.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to do Mr. Lamar since he's on the screen. Let me do Mr. Lamar and then we'll go into recess. I have case number C806-7021. Mr. Lamar, state your full name for me. Unmute for me.
You hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor and staff. My name is Michael Lamar.
All right, Mr. Lamar, how are you doing today?
Real good. Bless, Your Honor.
Yes, you are, sir. Tell me what's been going on with you since the last time I've seen you. I know you got a lot of moving pieces. What's been going on?
Well, this is working. Actually, just feel like for a chance, my student loan's starting to pay off, and this is working the program. I mean, and the job is coming along really well. I just credit the drug court for real. Like, I'm so focused now, just working on that. But this is working on myself. Meetings going good. I know you got a couple of people that was I think they was scared to go to drug court. Like, it gets a bad name sometimes, but they come with these crazy stories. Like, it's nothing like that. So, the work program, you'd be fine. And this is working out, Yana. Just keep my sobriety.
All right, very good. How's your job going?
Really well, Yana. Really well. Like I said, it's opening. Like, this job's opened up new doors. Like it's amazing, right? That's what I'm saying. I was referring to with my student loans, because like now I got the work history now with it and the degree with it. So, there's a couple of openings coming up, and my supervisor is saying like, yeah, I'm probably gonna promote you to that one. What I'm saying? Just keep learning different things, like the boilers and refrigerations going on at the plant. Like stuff I thought I never do. Working hard at it.
Yes. All right, very good. Anything that you need us to help you with? Anything you're having issues with, Mr. Lamar?
Not at the moment, but like my favorite boxer, like Mike Tyson said, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. So
okay.
But no, yeah, it's fine. I got one issue. It's just I don't think I just want to leave it alone. I don't want counseling with it. Just want to keep blinders on it and everything. Just focus on me. I don't have time for like stuff like that right now at the moment.
All right. Stay focused. Don't lose your focus. It's relationships, you said?
Yeah, it's kind of with dealing with the incident. They want to try to work it out. I don't want to do none of that right now. I want to focus on me.
All right, that's a good focus to have right now. It's you. It's you. Very good. Very good. All right. Let me hear from Mr. Griffin as to Mr. Lamar.
Okay, Your Honor, Mr. Lamar is doing well. Haven't had any problems, whatever. He is on a sobering, no violation or anything like that. His charges were reduced to an alcohol second. They had charged him with a third, but it was a second. So he would be in front of Judge Bryant for a pretrial on March the 22nd for the operating second. So the judge got switched from Judge Archer to Judge Bryant. So
he pled down, is that correct?
He didn't plead down or anything. They had made a wrong charge. They had thought it was a third, but it was actually a second conviction.
Okay.
I mean, a second charge. So they corrected the charge, and so they switched him to Judge Bryant. So he goes before her on March the 22nd for a pretrial. So I make sure I have contact with Judge Bryant to let her know that he is in our sobriety court, and we'll just go from there. And then with the felony case, he goes back to court on there on March the 2nd. So I'll keep you updated with that also. Well, other than that, he's been doing what he's supposed to do. Been working and abiding by his bond rules and things like that. So I haven't had any problems with Mr. Lamar, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. All right, anything else from any of the other team members?
No, Judge, thank you.
Nothing else? All right, if nothing else, Mr. Lamar, did you have any questions for the team?
No, Your Honor, I'm fine.
You good? Okay. All right, Mr. Griffin, what's next?
Your Honor, Mr. Lamar will be getting back on Monday. So he'll be March the 14th, 2022. And that will be for a face-to-face at 10:35 a.m.
All right, sounds good. All right, Mr. Lamar, you are all set. I hope you got some good stuff today from the hearing, just hearing from
Yes.
other people. And I will
Always.
see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Okay, Yana. Thank you.
All right,
Miss,
take
everybody else
care.
have a great day.
You too, thank you. All right, court is in recess. Thank you. You can mute me, Auntie.
Mr. Reed, are you there?
Okay, it's 10:12. We did good.
Does Ms. Goodson is left?
Mr. Fikens, I'm back.
Yes.
Yes, Tanya's still here.
Hi, Tanya, how you doing?
All right, so I just stay on mute until she come back.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, let me figure this out. This is my first time doing it on my own. Can somebody come back and show me
You can do
how
it.
to do?
Come on, Miss Goodson, you can do it.
Okay,
We have
okay, I
confidence
can
in
do
you.
it.
Come on, you
I
can do it
Let
yourself.
me see. Oh, there you go.
Mr. Reed?
Yes, Mr. Fikens, is Miss Goodson the last person on the screen?
I think so. We have two in the breakout room. She's the last person on the screen I see. There's a retained attorney. But
Breakout room are show causes.
yes, sir.
Do we
Two
have
pleas.
offers?
We do. And they're ready to go.
Mr. Fikens, only you, only you.
Can I jump in here, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
I got a case from Mr. Azzo. Can someone help me out here?
Yeah, as soon as there's one more person in the drug treatment court.
Okay.
And then she'll take us.
Okay.
Because you're retained, you can certainly go first. Your officer hasn't shown up that I see.
No, he hasn't.
So.
Thank you.
You know what to do. And,
okay.
And then we'll, I have two pleas and I think then we're done for the day. So hang around. When the judge comes back, she has one more drug treatment court case to do.
Thank you so much for the info. You got
Best tip I can give you. As soon as during that time when she's on, turn your camera on, be ready to go.
You got it. Appreciate it.
I'm ready. All right, let's go back to it. Ms. Richardson, you're up next. Good morning, Ms. Richardson. I have the following for you. I have case number SP 110329771 and case number SP 116188892. I also have case number Z8069551. Ms. Richardson, state your full name for the record.
Ashley Nicole Richardson.
All right, Ms. Richardson, are you where you can do your hearing? Are you where you can do it? You are?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
wonderful. How are you this morning? I lost your face.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing
I'm
well.
sorry.
Where are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? I'm at work and today's my first day. That's why I've been in and out.
Yes. All right. Well, I want you to go to work. We're gonna talk about it. I need you to update your case manager on where you're working and all that good stuff. You look better today. You sound better today. Are you feeling better?
Yes, I'm feeling much better.
All right. The kids are all good.
Yes, every was good. I'm fasting. I'm
All
doing my
right.
fast for 30 days. I might
I'm
go
sorry.
longer.
Say that again.
I said I'm on a 30-day fast. I might switch it to 40 since I'm on 12 hours.
All right. Do it. Do it, Miss Richardson. All right. Is there anything you need us to help you with? Anything you're struggling with?
No, not right now. I was kind of struggling on how I was going to pay my for my random testing, but my friend been helping me out since I've been back to paying, and now I'm working, so I have no problem loaning me no money.
Okay. All right. All right. Very good. Very good. Let me hear from Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor. I should have emailed you. Today was Ms. Richardson's first day at a new job.
I didn't know. I didn't
And
know. Okay.
and I get a lot of some of my people jumbled up, so I apologize for that. She's doing well ever since she her health got better. She's really been on track with screenings and with outpatient and all well-being. And Your Honor, since she's in the 5 phase, I want to recommend that she be promoted to phase 2. She's had at least 2.5 really good months. So, you know, she's deserving of that. She's really doing well right now. We want to keep her encouraged, and we want to congratulate her on her new job.
All right. Wonderful. Any objection to promoting Ms. Richardson to phase 2 of our 5-phase program?
No objections.
You know what? All right, Ms. Richardson, I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Ms. Richardson on her promotion. Yeah, Ms. Richardson. All right, I want you to keep working, okay? Yes, ma'am. All right, Mr. Yancey, what's next for Ms. Richardson?
So, Your Honor, Ms. Richardson and myself, we're going to have a face-to-face on March 10th. At 10:35, and then she'll have a Zoom hearing on March 17th at 8:35.
All right. March 17th is her hearing date at
Yes.
8:35, and then March 10th is her face-to-face at 10:35, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Did you get all of that, Ms. Richardson?
Yeah.
You'll reach out to Mr. Yancey if you didn't. Get back to work. Good to see you. Keep up the great work
Thank
you're doing, and
you.
congratulations. All right, take care. All right. I have a counsel that's on for Fayez Asso. Are we ready to proceed in that
We
matter?
are, Your Honor, we are. Good morning. My name is Gus Abro.
Thank you. I have the following matter for your client. I have case number SX 399-01-561. Counsel, how are we proceeding today? Is the date scheduled for formal hearing?
Yes, good morning. For the record, Gus Abro, P 62916. May I please the court, Your Honor, if I may, I really appreciate listening on your specialty cases. I really think that you've been wonderful to these people, and it's great to have a judge that's so caring, and I appreciate that. Really, I do.
Thank
That's
you,
nice of you,
counsel.
Judge. So on
And
my,
we have a whole team that cares, just so you know. There's a
yeah, I
whole
see
team
that.
of folks.
I see that.
They are awesome.
Yeah, I see that.
Yes.
Back on my case, Your Honor, today's date and time set for a formal hearing. It's now 10:35. I think the officer has failed to appear on this matter. It's set for a formal, and I'd motion to dismiss this at this time, Judge.
All right. Thank you, counsel. I'm satisfied that I've given the issuing officer ample time to appear for the 9:30 formal hearing. They have failed to do so. I'm granting your motion. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Thank you for your patience,
Thank you,
counsel.
Judge. You have a great day. Thank you and your staff. You take care.
Thank you. You do
Good
the
luck
same.
to all-
Bye-bye.
good luck to all those remaining people who are in your courtroom today as well. Good luck.
Thank you so much, counsel.
Take care, Judge.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. All right, Miss Goodson, I'm ready for you. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is Miss Goodson on my docket this morning?
She's on
She
at,
is.
she was on at 9:30. On your docket, I think at 9:30.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Got it. There we go. All right, very good. I have case number U569-34320. Miss Goodson, state your full name for me.
Tanya Goodson.
All right, Miss Goodson, how are you this morning?
I'm happy. I growed up a little. I learned how to do my own. I learned how to do Zoom on my own now, on my phone.
Look at you. Yes, Miss Goodson.
I was scared to do it on my own because I thought maybe I was gonna mess up, and I don't want to mess up no court date. But I did it.
You did it.
Yes.
You did it. There are some other things that you can do on your own too that you probably think you can't do. And you can do it. Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
All right. Miss Goodson, you still working your program?
Yes, I am.
Very
feel
good.
like
Are they treating?
Huh?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna take. This is another thing I'm trying to learn, not to take over your court.
Well, now, you've been taking over for so long, Miss Goodson. I don't know if we need to change anything at this juncture. Go on, Miss Goodson. What you want to tell me? Go ahead and do your report. Go ahead.
I want to read this. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, she became a butterfly. But like a butterfly, I am growing and changing, and I'm finding my true colors in life. I am finding my wings so I can fly and soon be on my way. Hey, that's all I wanted to say.
I love it. I love it, Miss Goodson. I love it. You are doing well. You're doing well. Yes. How are they treating you where you're located?
It's nice. You can't ask for no better place. You know.
That was
but
a
I'm going
great
through
fit.
my
That was a
journey.
great fit.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
happy. I'm happy I had surrender and came on here. You know. So go ahead. What's next?
Now she gonna get me permission to talk, y'all. All right, I better say something. Miss Goodson, are you having any issues with anything that you need us to help you with, or that we can assist you with?
No, unless you want to give me a birthday party. I'm turning 60.
When is your birthday? Do I want to give her a birthday party?
April 4th.
Oh, Miss Goodson. Okay, y'all. Somebody needs to remember that, Mr. Yancey. April 4th is Miss Goodson's birthday.
We can help her by making her come to court on April 4th. Maybe that's a good birthday.
No,
that's her birthday party. She'll have to come to court. You're gonna be 60 years old.
No,
Miss
so
Goodson.
that let me know that life. I have to, stay on this path. I'm getting too old to be out there fooling in that madness. So I'm happy that I took a step back again and get my life in order, because it's over. It's time to move on.
It is. It's time to do something different. You have so much life ahead of you, and you want to make it good quality life. You want to make it count, right?
Right. I want to live. I want to live life.
Yes, ma'am.
On this side. On this side, you know? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Miss Goodson. Let me
Yeah.
hear from Mr. Yancey. Give me some progress with respect to Miss Goodson. What do you have?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Goodson's really doing well. There's lots of treatment and sessions where she is. So she's getting a plethora of that. That's all been successful according to the progress reports. Screenings have been great. The few times that we've allowed her to go see her daughter for like a weekend, we screened her those times through jams. Those have always been negative. When she goes back to the treatment facility, they have screened her then. So she's had all negative screenings. What we're doing mainly now is she's looking for some permanent housing. So we're in the process of that. I think we found a place to at least check out. So I just told Ms. Goodson that, she can get some more information. We'll get some more information. We're gonna allow her to go look at it. And then, if she's pleased, then I'll go look at it or take somebody with me and make sure it's just gonna be a good fit, a safe place, and a place that's conducive to sobriety. And then we'll be just really making great progress. But she's doing well, Your Honor.
All right, very good, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Ms. Goodson? Nothing else?
No, Judge.
All right. Ms. Goodson, you're doing a great job. I'm proud of you, and we want to keep working the program. Mr. Yancey, I'm glad to hear that you're talking about what are the next steps for Ms. Goodson, because we certainly want to keep that on the radar, and
Yes.
she's doing well. If nothing else, what's next for Ms. Goodson?
Yeah, no, she's gonna have a March 17th face-to-face at 10:35. And by the time we staff around that time, I'll have some more information regarding where we are with housing.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Ms. Goodson?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right, wonderful.
And I want to say one more thing, please.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
9 months in. I'm 9 months in now.
You are not. Come on, let's celebrate
Yeah.
Ms. Goodson.
Yes.
That's awesome. That is awesome. You should be proud of yourself. We are too.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Ms. Goodson, take good care of yourself.
What day did he say?
March 17th, we'll connect by telephone.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
All right, very good. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. All right, we're in good shape. Let's keep going. I think that's it for in-person. For specialty court, I need to call the 10:30 docket for specialty court. Are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Judge.
We are. All right, wonderful. Good morning, Mr. Rosenthal. I do see some individuals that are A cases. Please place them in a breakout room so that they can speak with an attorney. Thank you
Judge,
so much.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if I might interrupt, they are pleased, they are ready to go. We've already spoken to them.
Oh, wonderful. You all are ahead. Look at you. All right. Very good. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Rosenthal.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right. We are in great shape. Let's do it.
Yes,
I'm going
ma'am.
to call the remainder of the specialty court docket. I have at 10:30, Ronnie Griffin, Z808-0571 for Mr. Griffin.
Good morning again, Your Honor. This is Toshi Cleveland. He's doing well. We have a face-to-face schedule today, and he would have a next court date of March 17th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m., Your Honor.
Wonderful. And is Mr. Griffin still at the facility?
Yes, Your Honor, he's doing well. And he restarted his third-party testing. So he's doing good.
All right. You said he started his third-party testing.
Yes, JAMS.
And he's still at the facility?
Yes, because he decided to stay there and, they
That's
had
right.
some.
But he's transitional.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I got it now. All right, very good, very good. All right. Let's go to Cody Jack Hannah. Case numbers U563096620. Case number U563099920. Case number U563132120. Case number U563133420. U563136620. U563141120. U563144920. U563152020. U575842020. U5759930. One second. Uh-oh. I just messed something up. All right, and then the last case is U581179920. For Mr. Hannah, how's he doing?
Your Honor, he's doing well. He's actually compliant with all the court's orders. He's acclimated to being in his residency now over at Lake Ridge. He is contacting me often. He is signed up for the global supervision. I have to check to see if he made his check-in, but I think I'm going to have to work with him a little bit because some of it has been a little glitchy for me and him. So as far as the device and the technology, but he is calling me and keeping in good contact with me about that. Your Honor, he is phase 2. He is scheduled for face-to-face today, which we will have later on this morning. And his next court date is going to be on March 17th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Wonderful. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have for George Hart, the fourth, case number Z8080881.
That's my case, Your Honor. Mr. Hart is doing fine. He's working. He's been testing, doing everything he's supposed to do. So no problems with Mr. Hart at this time. He'll be coming back to see you for a Zoom hearing on March the 17th, 2022, and that would be at 8:35 a.m.
All right, thank you. For Ernest Wilson, 1936817.
That's my case also, Your Honor. Mr. Wilson is doing fine. I'm gonna talk to him in a little bit. I saw him on TV the other day. He, For My Man, the Fatal Attraction For My Man, he's actually a detective on a murder case. So they did a Detroit case the other day. So I actually recorded it. So I got to call him, but he was the detective on the case or whatever. So I looked at him, I said, that's Mr. Wilson. I said, that's Mr. Wilson. I said, Ernest Wilson. I was like, oh my God. Well, I forgot that he used to be a cop or whatever. But yeah, he actually was on the Fatal Attraction. That it was a case that he solved. So I was like, wow. Yeah, so that was kind of cool.
All right, Mr.
Yeah.
Wilson, you scared me. I'm like, wait a minute, for my man, did somebody do something crazy for him? Because it wouldn't have been for his man. Okay, all right, you scared me. You scared me, Mr. Wilson. You scared me. I'm like, wait.
No, he was the detective. He is the detective.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Very
So
good.
yeah, so he's doing very well. He'll be coming back to see you for a Zoom hearing on March the 17th, 2022, and that will be at 8:35 a.m., Your Honor.
All right, very good. Thank you. That is it for specialty court. On the docket, let me call just a couple of other matters. I see that there's a Mr. Al-Jami that is on. I'm going to call his case. I have case number SP 122-07741. Mr. Al-Jami, please unmute and state your name for me.
Moses Al-Jami.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you, Judge.
All right, I have two matters. Well, one is a misdemeanor and one was a civil infraction. Mr. Ficus, who's representing Mr. Al-Jami on this morning?
Judge, I have Mr. Al-Jami, although I was unaware of the civil infraction, and perhaps Mr.
Because he's in show cause status, so his civil infraction is a default. It's already been defaulted. He needs to pay it.
So,
all right.
And
Or you can work something out. That's up to you, Mr. Ficus.
yes, Judge, because Mr. Rosenthal is present in the courtroom, Judge, I'd ask if Mr. Rosenthal would consider dismissing the civil infraction upon plea of guilty to the no license ticket, asking that to be amended to fail to display.
And good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Rosenthal for the people, P84807. I don't have a problem with that. What is the civil infraction?
Failing to stop at a stop sign.
I'm fine with that as long as they plead to the misdemeanor amended to FTD, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Al-Jami, let me have you, good morning. Let me have you raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Ficus, you may proceed.
Thank you. Sir, you understand that in these matters, you have a right to a trial and formal hearing, correct?
Yes.
And you wish to waive that right and enter a guilty plea on one of the matters today, correct?
Yes.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you to do this or promised you anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to his constitutional waiver. May I do a factual basis?
Yes, you may.
Sir, on the date and time of this incident, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And when stopped by a police officer and asked to produce a valid license, you did not have a valid license to produce, correct?
Yes.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
I'm satisfied as well. I'll accept your plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to failure to display. I will dismiss the remaining matter upon payment of fines and costs. Mr. Ficus, I'm ready for sentencing.
Judge, my client's been very serious about getting his license. He does have his license. Is that correct, sir? Or you've received a letter of
Yes, I do have my license.
So I just want to let the court know that he is taking responsibility for this, and we appreciate the help to get him and to keep his license. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. I am assessing costs at $200. The fine will be $25. The total or the amount assessed today is $225. How quickly can you get that paid?
In about a week, Your Honor.
All right, very good. I'll give you a little bit more than a week to get it paid. I'll have you pay it by March 11th, 2022. I'm putting it on my docket for 10:30 a.m. As long as you get it paid, you don't have to come back. The matter will be closed and the remaining matter will be dismissed. If for some reason you don't get it paid, you need to show up in court. Otherwise, you'll be right back at square one.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Ficus. I see that there was another name, but I don't see a face. And so Amanda Clinton, I need to call that case number 1904526-301. Ms. Clinton, we received notification from the court that Ms. Clinton is not able to come over on today, and she will be there from, I think, what did they say, 10 to 14 days. This is not a good time to go to the Wayne County Jail. And so unfortunately, that's where she'll be. And so did we get a new date for Ms. Clinton?
Yes, Judge, I gave her March the 10th at 8:35.
All right. Ms. Taylor, we have March 10th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m. it should indicate that she is to be dressed out and brought to 36th District Court.
Okay, Judge.
All right, wonderful. All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Ms. Taylor.
Thank you.
Judge,
All right.
if I might, there's a Miss Alderman. She needs to get her entire face into the frame, Judge, so you can see her.
Yes.
There we go.
All right, thank you. I have the following. I have case number SP 121-9623, counts 1 and 2. Ms. Alderman, please state your full name for me.
Denisha Alderman.
Thank you and good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
All right, Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, there is an offer that my client wishes to avail herself of. She'll be tendering a guilty plea to the no insurance misdemeanor, asking that be changed, modified to improper plates, and dismissing the no suspended license ticket.
All right, there is another. Okay, Mr. Fikens, there's another matter that's in the system or that I have in my hand, Miss Mack. I'm going to give you that one to look it up for me. It's not on my docket, but it is another matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's in warrant status. I won't take a plea while they're in warrant status. So, Mr. Fikens, how would you like to proceed? Can you reach out to Mr. Rosenthal to see if we can get that worked out as well?
I can. I need a number or a charge or something, Your Honor.
Can I? Go ahead.
Okay, so Mr. Fikens, let me know when you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
It's 2050-5959481, and it's for no insurance.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
I believe Mr. Rosenthal has stepped away, Judge.
All right. Reach out to him. I still have to call the remainder of my docket and let's see what we can do. Ms. Alderman, you want to hold on for a second to see if we can get everything worked out for you?
Sure.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Fikens.
Thank you.
Mr. Reed, Mr. Rosenthal is on. He may be away from his desk, but he's on. He's still on the screen. All right. Let me call the remainder of the docket. Making sure I didn't miss anything. All right, I have at 9:30. This is the number of show causes that were scheduled and defendants have failed to appear. Capias will issue and the bond will be set at a personal bond unless stated otherwise by this court. I have the following for Hamawi Abdullah, SP 122-04331. And that is, he's charged with open alcohol in a motor vehicle as a passenger. So that bond will be set at $25 cash or surety. For Clinton Adams, SP 121-9979, counts 1 and 2, KBS. For Martada Al-Garawi, SP 121-90271, counts 1, 2, and 3, KBS. For Delphin Allen, case number SP 122-00081, KBS. For Garrick Allen, SP 121-69761, KBS. Michael Allen, SP 121-73143, KBS. For Craignisha Anderson, case number SP 117-59063 and case number SP 117-59071, both KBS. But for Craignisha Anderson, case number Z8083801, she has been charged with operating while impaired in the city of Detroit. KPS will issue, and that bond is set. She's been given ample time to appear. That bond is set at $200 cash or surety. For Javion Anderson, case number SP 121-72811, KPS. For Alejandro Angiano, SB 121-98861, KBS. For Ayesha Arman, case number SB 121-9469, counts 1 and 2. For count 1, reckless driving, KPS will issue, and that bond is set at $50, cash or surety. And for count 2, KPS, and that will be a personal bond. For Brandon Ayala, case number SP 121-72641, charged with open alcohol in a motor vehicle as the driver, KPS will issue, and that bond is set at $100 cash or surety. And then for Brandon Ayala, I have count 2 of the same matter. That bond will be set at a personal bond. And I think that's everything other than the 1:30 hearing that's scheduled for today.
Yes, Judge.
All right, very good. Were you able to get Mr. Rosenthal for Ms. Alderman?
I was, Your Honor, and the city is willing to dismiss that other charge as well as part of the plea agreement.
All right, then I am recalling Ms. Alderman's cases, and they are as follows: SP 121-962, counts 1 and 2, and then case number 505-948. Mr. Fikens, let me have your client, Ms. Alderman, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, you understand that in these matters, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes.
And you wish to give up that right and enter a guilty plea on one of the matters today, correct?
Correct.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you to do this or promised you anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
I'm satisfied as the constitutional waiver, Your Honor, may I do a factual basis.
Yes, you may.
Ma'am, on the date and time of this citation, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And when stopped by a police officer, you had the improper plates on your, I'm sorry, Judge, you had no insurance on the vehicle, correct?
Correct.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, I'm satisfied as well. I'm accepting your plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to failure to display. I am going to hold off on the dismissals until fines and costs have been paid in full. Mr. Fikens, what do you want me to know about your client?
Judge, first, I want my client to know something about this court. We thank this court for bringing up another matter which was outstanding, which many courts would have just let go and not helped her. And I say this, and I want Ms. Alderman to know that, because she went and she got her letter from the Secretary of State. She did everything to get her license restored from a suspension, and we appreciate
Wonderful.
that. But I want to let her know that the court does work for her as well. So it's because of that good relationship, ma'am, that this court went out of its way to find another ticket that no one found. So we thank the court for that. We thank your clerk, Ms. Mack, who may have found that, and Judge for finding that. We appreciate it. As I said, she did get her license back, Your Honor. That's a basis for the dismissal of the no suspension. We are certainly trying to do the right thing, Your Honor, with the court's help, and we stand ready for sentencing.
All right, wonderful. I am going to sentence as follows. I'm going to assess our cost in the amount of $200. The fine will be $25. And so, Ms. Alderman, how quickly can you get that paid?
Today.
You can pay it today? All right, I'm gonna put this on my docket for tomorrow, as long as you can get it paid today. I'll schedule it for tomorrow, which is the 25th of February, and I'll put it on for 10:30 a.m. As long as you've paid, your remaining matters will be dismissed on tomorrow, and this matter will be closed, okay?
Yes.
And
If
she
for
will
some
not have-
reason you can't get it paid, I'm sorry, Mr. Fikens?
No, I'm sorry, Judge, I cut you off. You were just about to say what I was going to ask.
Okay, so if you can't get it paid today, you need to show up in court tomorrow at 10:30 to let us know. And so that you don't lose everything that you've gotten today. Mr. Vikings has gotten you a really good deal. Okay?
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
All right. Very good. Mr.
Thank you,
Vikings,
Judge.
something else you want to add?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor. We appreciate the court's help.
All right, wonderful. Thank you for your patience this morning, Ms. Alderman.
No problem. Thank you, Judge.
All right, take care. All right, very good. I think that ends the morning docket. We have to come back at 1:30. And we also have staffing today. So let's talk about